It's Saturday. You know what that means, folks? That's right. It is TaleSpire time. We're going to be playing some TaleSpire, continuing this week, building our massive project, the Caves of Chaos. Let's do it! Get on in here and do the things. How's everybody been since last week? The jarring not TaleSpire that we played last week. That was fun though. High on Life. That was a fun little oh, TaleSpire just decided to not work for a second. It's okay. Give it a second. It'll there you go. Oh, maybe not. Oh, nope. Okay. Anyway, yeah, last week's diversion, playing a little High on Life, new game. Friend of a friend did the music, and it was good. It was fun, fun game. There's an edited version up on YouTube, up on my YouTube channel. So check that out if you want to see additional shenanigans with my editing skill. Not really skill. Editing familiarity. It's familiarity at best. Let's dial it back a bit. It's not skill. Yeah, Caves of Chaos. We are done making rooms. That's where we are with this. We are done making rooms. All of the rooms / caves are done. They're outlined. We have to furnish some still, so we're going to be doing that today. There is an edit that I'm going to be doing to one that we did last time. That shouldn't take long, but I do want to do it because it will make me happy in my soul. And it looks like we got TaleSpire back up and running. Sweet. Alrighty. So yeah, we worked on this, the Temple of Evil Chaos, last time. And good old first and second advanced D&D. They didn't so much have, at least at the time of this publishing, for the original Caves of Chaos, they didn't really focus on deities per se. They just had concepts for the most part. So you had a religion that worshipped, in this example, evil chaos. That's their deal. They like evil chaos. They're all about it. That's their bread and butter. That's their milieu, as it is. So we're gonna get rid of these. Boom, because I found a better tile in all my searching. I neglected to notice that I should probably keep that up, because scrolling through all these options is a pain in the butt when it's super narrow. I just got to remember to collapse it. What do you call it? Whatever items, I guess, in nature. The lava has this, and I can just make a wall of these things, which is so much more efficient and probably will look better and look more like what we were going for than what we had. The only issue is that it's not locked to the grid, so we gotta be we gotta be very precise with our placement. I mean, it will look like lava, but I think that's fine. It's supposed to look like what? Red crystal, right? Evil red, a wall of evil red crystal, which this gets that across more or less. Yeah, I don't think there's really anything else that kind of conveys that. So yeah, we'll just go with this. And make sure that clipping is on, and we'll make this weird blobby wall, because it's gonna look a little blobby, but I think that's fine. We could Like rotate, maybe? Yeah, you know what? Hold on. Let's rotate as we go. Oops. And rotate. And rotate. And we're gonna make this super detailed, I guess. Because the rotations should add a level of complexity so that it doesn't look like cookie cutter, you know, same pattern over and over again. Especially if we mix it up. There. And there. Oops. There we go. Oh, wait, right. Collapse that. We're just asking for trouble leaving that menu up. It's just gonna frustrate us. Gotta remember to collapse that menu. Do it. Boom, boom. So yeah, High on Life was fun. I don't know if I want to get into it, but yeah, I'll get into it. It's fine because I made the comment, and I think I need to address the comment. So I was editing the episode for YouTube, editing the footage episode, whatever, and I I got to the point where I was going to call out in I think the description. Or I think it was a tag that I was going to add to it, and it was going to just be a tag for Justin Roiland, right? And I was like, is it Justin? I had a brain fart, right? I was like, is it Justin Roiland? I'm pretty sure it's Justin Roiland. So I looked it up, just like I want to be 100% sure that I have it right. I was like sure, but my brain wasn't working. So I was like, okay, let's look it up. So I Googled Justin Roiland. Oh man, he's in some trouble right now. So, so I was like, oh, seeing all that, I was like, maybe I don't upload this. This isn't good. I say that and I mean, it still stands. I mean, separating the art from the artist, you gotta have a level of that. He's in a little bit of hot water for, you know, being Justin Roiland, I guess. So I mean, in the edited version, I take out the comment that I like Justin Roiland, I like Rick and Morty, and I like Solar Opposites. I mean, I can't honestly say that I like Justin Roiland. I mean, I like his work, right? I had never met the man, so I can't actually speak with any credibility or, you know, accuracy on that matter. But just to be safe, I took that part out of the YouTube edited version. It's still on the Twitch one, so you'll see that. It'll be up for another week, and then I'll go away forever. But that's fine. Even if someone clips it, I don't care. It's just I don't really want that to be out there, right? It's just like you don't want to. I'm not gonna put any eggs in that basket. You know, I'm not gonna put any of my eggs in that basket, right? It seems ill-advised. But it still stands that I like Tobacco's music, and I think it was really well done and integrated really in a really good way in the game, and it added a lot to it, and I'm happy to see the more success for Tom Feck and his projects, and yeah, I'll say that, and that's my takeaway from High on Life, and it was also hilarious in parts, and I will also say. If you watch either the Twitch or the YouTube version, there's a point in the game where you go back to your house and Gene is watching a movie on your TV, and it just kind of comes out of nowhere. It just kind of starts, and it seems like it's gonna end. It seems like it's gonna just like, you know, be a clip or whatever. I'm pretty sure they play the whole movie. I didn't stick around to see, but there's a poster of the movie in your house. Gene puts it up, so he's seen this movie before and likes it enough that he put a poster of it up in your house, in the living room. And I will say this, I watched the whole movie, not on the game, but I looked it up on YouTube and watched it. Tammy and the T-Rex, starring Denise Richards and Paul Walker. May he rest in peace. This was a very early movie for both of them. They were very young. So they get a little bit of a pass on that for doing this movie. It's very bad. It's got kind of a self-awareness, like trauma films, like, you know, Toxic Avenger and stuff like that. Was Sergeant Kabuki Man? That's another one. However, it has the self-awareness, but lacks the, how do I want to put it? It lacks the wherewithal to act on it effectively. Like, it makes a bunch of jokes at its own expense, but they fall flat. It's horrible. It's like it's trying to be this thing where like, oh, look how bad this movie is. Oh, here's a joke, and yeah, we're in on the joke. No, you're not, because the jokes you're making are not good. It's that bad. Oh man. So yeah, watch it. So watch it. I recommend it. If you hate yourself, you should 100% watch it. Whew, it is rough. It is a rough movie to watch. I'm gonna go ahead and fill in this back area here. Just because the dais, Amadeus. The dais is kind of separated from the back wall now, since the lava tiles aren't full, what you call it, full, yeah. We could do a whole row along the bottom. I think maybe we should just do a whole row. Is there a way? How? Whoa. How many sides? Okay, so it's only got, I mean, we can double up in the space, but I don't know. Let's see. So if we do that and then do that, yeah, I guess that's fine. Yeah, so there and there. So it's kind of like a baseboard. So it isn't just like, it goes from, you know, the lava flow looking thing to just floor. Yeah, we have this little transition. I think that'll help a little bit. Yeah, I like that better. Cool. All right, sweet. So we compromised between the two styles that we had from last time and this time. We could also go across the top, but I don't really. You know what? I think we will. That actually appeals to me. Is that the grid? That is the grid. All right. It's been a little bit. Whoa. I sadly don't work in TaleSpire as much as I'd like to. Like all of my games are in TaleSpire, which, or not TaleSpire. Yeah, this is still in Roll20. Or in person. So I don't get to utilize it as no, it doesn't look that good. And that doesn't look that good either. So I would need to scooch each one of these down just a hair, which try to keep it consistent. I mean, there is a range that we can kind of fall in that I think we're okay. Just want to make sure I'm not going progressively further down as I do this. Because if it's within a half a step, I think we're... Or one step? I forget. Alright, so... Boop. Is that good? Alright. Does it look okay? Oops. Let me see. What if we do it that way? Does it stick out as much? Oh, I think it's just because it's I set these back a little bit. That's fine. Yeah, I think that's fine. So boop and boop and boop and boop and boop and boop and why not boop? Okay. Yeah, that's fine. With the yeah, those are pressed back a little bit, but that's okay. I think it still works. I'm also not crazy about the bell. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think there's anything in the nature saying... Oh, actually, you know what? I think I found one in... Was it Aberration? Yeah, this thing. It's kind of bell-shaped. Yeah, you know, I think I'm gonna try, because the pipes, they kind of take you out of it. The piping is just kind of like, well, they look like pipes. They look like pipes, and it's kind of distracting. And this is very futuristic looking, so I'm gonna redo that. So I kind of like this for the bell, and I don't think we even really need this, right? I think that's probably my biggest. That was my biggest peeve with that. Is that it? Whoops. Was I don't know, the way I did that. So let's move this up a little bit. Yeah, I guess that's fine. And we want to place this more or less center there. And yeah, I mean, it looks like a big creepy bell. It looks like a Giger bell. But it kind of looks like a bell. So I'm good with it. And as far as things holding it, I think we have a fair amount of options. Do we want to put one of these guys on top? Or we could put two on top, just kind of like merged with each other, facing either way. Just sink it down into this thing. Yeah, I kind of like that. Scooch. Ooh, yeah, that's looking creepy. All right, I like it. And let me see here. What do we have? Miscellaneous interior. We have the... where'd those go? Ah, this one. Is this going to be wide enough? If not, we can rotate the bell. Yeah, I think we're going to have to rotate the bell, which is fine. I think. Just gotta make sure that this is more or less centered with what we're doing. Oh boy. Well, yeah, that should be fine. Back this way a little. And this way just a hair. And this way just a little bit. Alright, I think that's good. And then we want to go into... Is it aberration, or do we want to do... Because we can do this, which actually looks like it might work pretty well. No, not like that. Let me see. I know there's other stuff in here. In aberration. There. Oh, but that's all that. That's right. Okay. Wait a minute. Wasn't? Oh, I know what I'm thinking of. I think it was in nature lava. No, it's got to be in here. Nature. Cavern lava. No. Where was that? Oh man. Was it Grim? Hold on, maybe it's Grim. Grim. Yes. Here they are. These are what I was thinking of. Much more fitting with the decor. Can we get it to... Is there anything directly underneath here? No, not where the bell is. So I think we're safe. Because if we sink this down and line up this thing with that, just like so, on both sides, now we have the frame. And right there. Cool. And we don't really need these little dangler things. And there we go. That looks much more like a bell and fits much more with decor. I'm happy. Now I'm happy. Now my heart. I'm walking on air. Okay. So that's that. Another thing that we have to do is we have to do the tapestries in this room, and there are a bunch. Like 3 of the walls are just completely tapestried. Yeah. So this is a bit of an undertaking. So we'll do that. We'll just go ahead and do it. Oh, and there's single skulls now. I forgot. Oh, TaleSpire. We can adorn it with skulls as well. We'll adorn it with skulls, ladies and gentlemen. Ladles and jelly spoons. There. And there. Whoop. Let me scooch it over a little bit. And scooch this over a little bit. You know what else I watched recently that I was surprisingly enjoyed? I surprisingly enjoyed. That 90s show on Netflix. I liked that 70s show when it came out. I watched it. And since I kind of pulled away from the laugh track kind of sitcoms, they just feel too meh. But I don't know. That 70s show kind of holds a place for me that's fine. I don't know what it is. For me, that show, even though it has a laugh track, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with the laugh track. It doesn't take away from it, because I don't know, maybe because I'm usually laughing at the same thing the laugh track is laughing at. That's got to be it. That might be why the others fall flat, is because they add the laugh track. It feels forced because I'm not connecting with the jokes at all. So it's just like a laugh track that just kind of eventually gets creepy, because it's laughing at something that you do not find funny. You're just like, okay. Yeah, that's not that funny. But yeah, I like that 70s show. Yeah, I thought, and that 90s show, I think, did a good. And I think part of it is that it's set in the same continuum. So they have casts from the original series there, and Red and Kitty, they're mainstays. So that makes it even better. They're, the anchors between that show and the previous show, which is, I think, why that 80s show, short-lived as it was, did not work out. Because it was just like a completely separate thing with a completely different cast. So everyone was just like, why should we care about any of these people? And that's fair. So yeah, I recommend it. I like it. It's kind of corny at points, but it's got the same, that 70s show corniness. And the new kids, like, they're good. They're fine. And I made my peace with their performances, because they're young actors. So they're working in this script, and the writing, that they're given. And not that I'm trying to be like, okay, lower your expectations. No, they're good. They're fine. They're good. And I think part of it is that, yeah, they're young, and they're working with this writing and this sort of this what do you want to call it? Genre? I don't know. This kind of comedy where it kind of has to be, it is what it is. I'll just say that. But thinking back to the original, like the early seasons, it's the same. So give them time, give them more seasons, and they're gonna. I have complete confidence in this whole cast that they're gonna hit strides like the original did, for sure. So yeah, that's my take on that 90s show. And the nostalgia, because with the 70s show, I didn't really have nostalgia. It was more like, oh, okay, 70s, cool. With that 90s show, now it's just like, oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember those. So I guess that also helps and adds to the reasons I like it. Let me see here. Skull on a stick. Another skull on a stick. You know what? This skull on the stick is going to be the implement with which the bell is rung. So we're just going to set this here. Aha! And that is how you ring the bell. Perfect. Done. All right. Let's go into miscellaneous interior. We got a lot of tapestries to hang. I think it's, isn't it merchant? I think it's merchant, wherever that is. Furniture, that's right, it was in furniture for some. Oh yeah, we've got this. That would save time. It might look a little funky, but it is bigger than this. I forgot we had this. So if we do a bunch of these, hopefully that'll work. Let me take a look at the map again and see exactly the bounds that this. Okay, so it starts at the north side of this doorway, so it doesn't cover this door. It starts here, and then, hey, Dingstong, how's it going? Yeah, of course I remember you, Dingstong. Back in the days of Skyrim and crashing every 5 minutes. Those were days. Those were times. Oh man, how's it going? Let's see here. So I think good. Glad you're doing well. And we'll do that. And I think the problem that we run into is that this stick that's sticking out. We're gonna have a tasty little problem. I think TaleSpire was still in beta when I was watching. Oh yeah, it's full release now, and it's fun. It's fun as heck, man. It's in the dragon build, Chimera build now, right? I don't know. But yeah, they're releasing new stuff all the time and updating stuff, and it's cool. It's cool. I'm having a blast with it. Let's see. How do I hide the stick? Or maybe the top row is this, the bottom row is this. The bottom rows, plural, or this. I think that's what we're gonna have to do, which is fine. We can just kind of do this. Boop, 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 boop. We're gonna have to overlap, which is gonna make for some funky designs. Funky little shack. Funky little shack. Forgot how I even found this. I don't know. I don't know what my range is and how I'm out there. It's just people show up sometimes. I think it was because Z. Oh yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I talked to Z just this morning. We played some Blades in the Dark. Blades in the Dark. It's a fun game. I even went so far as to get, where did I put it? Get the physical book for Blades in the Dark, so that I know what the hell I'm doing. Instead of just like, I kind of want to see if I can do this. I can now be like, I want to do this. You know, with confidence. Perspective is all funky here. Oh boy. Oh, you know what? Part of my problem, I don't have my light on. Oh, there, now we can see. Derp. A der. Whoa, why did it... Up. Oh no. I think we dropped. Did we drop? We dropped. And we're reconnecting now. Well, yeah, this is Saturday, man. Welcome to Saturday. This is Saturday. We need that. Oh, I'm still reconnecting. Well, while that does that, for the edification of the YouTube situation. Hey, Dragon, all your props, gotta head out. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, man. Good to hear from you. Oh, I don't know gender. Person, thanks for stopping by. Take it easy. Good to hear from you. Yep, definitely crashed for a minute, but we're back. We're back. Yeah. Okay. It hurled me out of build mode. Later, Dingus Dong. Take it easy. All right. This seems to work okay. Don't know if I'm 100% in love with the way it looks, but I will say it does cover a lot of ground. At the very least. Not really in love with lining these up. They're kind of tricky, but I think... Oh, okay, there we go. That's part of the problem. There we go. Okay. Okay. Sure. That makes sense. And I guess one more row. So 1 row of these and 3 rows of that. And then I'm just going to try to copy paste. We'll see. We'll see how well that works. All right. So I think the best way to look at it would be like this. I think, because I can at least see spatially where it is. Kind of. I'm just going to line that up with that, and then line that up with that. Good? I gotta zoom in. That's actually not bad. Whoop. Zoom in a little more, a little more. There we go. And whoops. Whoa. Okay, yeah. I think that's acceptable. Maybe scooch this one out slightly. There we go. Okay, cool. So there's tapestry. I kind of like it. I mean, the colors match everything else that's going on, so cool. That's a win for me, in my opinion. Okay, don't want the floor, just want that bottom row, and we want to copy. See if we can get it. All right, and rotate it, and rotate it, and put it. Okay, so we're probably gonna have to do more columns so that it fits over here, which is fine as long as it... Okay, so it clipped into there. That's good. And we need it to cover this door. Yes. So we're actually gonna just merge we're not even gonna put a gap at the ceiling support. We're just gonna run it through it, because this has got to go all the way, and this, ooh, I think serendipitously lines up so that it hides the stick there. Perfect. Boom. Nice. All right, cool. There's a wall of tapestry. We have 1.1 more. We have to put it along this wall, and that means we have to move some of these pews. All right, so there, and I think we're gonna run into the same deal. We're gonna need, like, or maybe not actually. If we put, we just want to hide the stick here. That's the main goal. And then, oh yeah, that works. That's also great. Cool. Because that goes all the way to the wall. All right. There we are. Tapestried. We just need a couple gaps filled. Do we want to... Yeah, I guess we kind of have to. As over the top and unnecessary as it is, I think we're going to take one of these, flip it, and put it here opposite this one, just so we can kind of hide the top of this tapestry in it. Oh, this isn't as high as the... Oh, it's higher than the others. Ooh. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and do that then. Let's take this and cut it and paste it at the right height that everything else is. There we go. Cool. That's better. So now we're just gonna have to can we yeah, there's no real way to adjust it unless I move this over this way, but I don't want to do that. So let's, because this is going to come this way and completely, oh, you know what? If that's going to go there, I guess we just let them connect, right? We might have to construct something that's holding them up. Oh, up. Man, I keep dropping. Ugh. Frickin' connection. Well, yeah. I guess we'll just move forward. Oh, boy. Stupid interweb. Ooh, that's a little center. Is that gonna be okay? Yeah, it looks okay there. That's fine. Alright, back into build mode. So yeah, for anyone who really wants to see what's going on, oh yeah, okay, we're good. Anyone who really wants to see what they missed, just check out my YouTube. Because I'm recording this separately from Twitch. I mean, Twitch is obviously recording what's streaming, but I'm recording what's happening here, so I put that up on YouTube. So you want to see this without the annoying stream drops, you can check out my YouTube channel, where it's much less yeah. All right, so let's do this. So yeah, I think it'll be like 2. Yeah. And we'll just stick this one through. Oh, there we go. And you know what? I think, oh, it's just shy. Okay, so okay. Oh, you know what? Oh, I forgot to add this. I can just, okay, so that sticks in that wall. Great, perfect. Let me see here. Miscellaneous exterior. This good old block. We're gonna go ahead and put that here, and that is a fixture. There you go. And then flip it and put it there, and that is also a fixture. So there, it's stuck into the walls with those, and you can see the rods, and we're just gonna have to make peace with that. That's fine. All right, cool. So now, we can complete this and make sure that we are lining up with what we're looking at, and that our perspective is correct, because it can get more than a little wonky here. Is that just a little bit? Yeah, maybe just a half a step. Boop. And it's no way. Okay. I think that's better. What? Sorry for the silence. I'm concentrating on placing these frickin' tapestries. So I got very little sleep last night. I don't know if that's coming across. I got like an hour. and some change. Maybe an hour and some change. Yeah, I don't know. I just couldn't sleep last night. I had too many thoughts in my brain. You know, thinking about, because I have 2.5 D&D games that I'm running, and I say half because one of them is just a monthly one-shot. So it's literally just the same scenario every month with new players, usually. And that is an in-person game. If you're in the Chicagoland area and you want to play, check out Off the Wall Cafe, Park Ridge. Off the Wall Cafe, Park Ridge. And you just go to their site. You'll find the link to the monthly D&D, and you can get a ticket. It gets you your first drink free there, and it also gets you a greater healing potion for, I don't know why I'm doing this ad now. A greater healing potion for your character to use in game for that session. I mean, I've been over that. That was my spiel for a while at the end of my episodes, but I don't do that anymore because, man. I think we're gonna do. Well, we can do another row. We can do another row of these. Yeah, it's just gonna be a little bit cramped-ish. All right. Okay, there we go. There are the tapestries in the Temple of Evil Chaos. Dunzo, man. All right. So that's that room furnished. Ugh, excuse me. I have a giant thing of jasmine tea with honey that I'm most of the way through. It is now room temperature, and I'm at the bottom where all the honey is. So I'm nursing it because it is both cloyingly jasmine tea, because I put a lot in there, and cloyingly honey. So at this point, it's medicine. It's like Robitussin. So, whatever. If I added some whiskey, it would 100% be Robitussin. All right, let's close that and take a look at the rooms that we did not furnish yet, namely these rooms. Let's go ahead and cut away to here. Oh, I like that they put a visible grid for the cutaway now, so that's cool. Okay, so this room, what is this room? This room is 60. Room number 60. And we will read the description. And oh, wow, all these rooms are way over here at the end of the book module. Guest chamber. This lower room is for important guests of the place. I almost said palace, but it's place. It contains a large bed, table, chairs, etc. There's nothing of value within, although the tapestries adorning the walls, things picturing evil cruelties and obscene rites, appear expensive. Beneath a velvet cloth on the table is a polished mirror. Okay. We can definitely do that. And you know what? We just did tapestries, so guess what? We're gonna do more tapestries. That's in furniture. And do we want to use the blue one for here? Sure. Which wall gets the tapestry? You know what? This one. Because it sticks out weirdly, and it is perfect for it. Because we had to accommodate for the door on that weird corner. So, here we go. Boop. Boop. And I guess we're going to put another one of those over here so it's not lopsided. Probably move it down a little bit too. Actually, we can split the difference, can't we? Yeah. So let's move this one over. Move this one over. And down. And move this one over. Because if you see the pole, that's not a big deal. That just shows how it's hanging. Whoops. There we go. Okay. And over up a hair. And over a little bit. And over a little bit. Oh god. Back a little bit. There we go. And forward a little bit. Okay. Okay, cool. Let's go down just a hair. Why is this doing weird stuff? Hold on. Down just a little bit. There we go. Good enough. Alright, so that's the wall with tapestries. A large bed. Well, we can do this if it's for company. Do we want to put it on the wall, up against the wall of tapestries? I mean, that's very fancy. It could be fancy. I'd say, yeah, we'll do that. Maybe center it, kind of center it. Yeah, like that. And then a brazier, just because you can't really put a fireplace in here. So, boom. And maybe two. We'll put one in each corner. Put one in each corner here. And that might change. You definitely want one near the bed, right? All right. And we need a table, chairs, bureau, I guess. Let's see, furniture, chair. And I think we have, isn't there like a desk-like thing? Pretty sure, yeah, this guy, which we can put here. And we can put one of these. Alright, I know that they had... Okay, so they don't. They used to have, and I talked about this before, an end table with a drawer you could open, but I think they changed it. Yeah, this guy. The drawer used to open on this guy, but now it doesn't. Unfortunately, but, you know, whatever. Yeah, I think this is fine. Table, there's a velvet cloth on the table under which there is a mirror. We can actually do kind of that. We can put this up here. And, or down here. You know, tucked in here. How about that? There's a velvet cloth. Boom. Tucked in the little cubby thing there. And there's a mirror in there. We're gonna make this a nice plush chair. Boop. And let's see. Do we need a wardrobe? I think so. I think that probably would work. Let's see. Furniture. There it is. Wardrobe. We'll put it here. Cool. Does the wardrobe open? I never even checked. Nope, doesn't. Cool. Well, I mean, that's that room. All set. I think we could probably do a candle on the desk. Probably called for. Aside from that, that's more or less it. Oh, and probably like a wash basin and stuff. But we'll do that after the break. We'll take a quick little brizzy break, and after that we'll do more of this. Don't go nowhere. But if you do it and then come right back. Peace out. Be right back. Hello. Welcome back. We are going to finish up this room with one quick little addition and maybe one quick little edit on top of that. We're gonna scooch this into the wall a little bit because it's the amount with which it's sticking out is making me anxious. Maybe also this too. Kind of stick it back in this little alcove a little bit. Perfect. So we have the mirror there. Oh, we can actually... Oh, dope. Food and drink. Get an empty bowl. One of these. Put it on there. Beautiful. Then we get the ewer and put it in the bowl. And there you go. There's your sink. Your medieval sink. Is there a bigger... I think we have a bigger... There's a bigger bowl. Is this one bigger? Slightly. That'll do. Boom. Done. Ooh, wash basin and... Ooh. There we go. That works. And there's, you know, the mirrors right there. Perfect. Perfect. Yeah, that's about it for that room. Next room, everyone's favorite, the torture chamber. Everybody loves the torture chamber. So yeah, something that I haven't spoken on since we last did TaleSpire. The whole business with the OGL. Whoops, don't want to do that. That's what we want to do. And the immense backpedaling that Wizards did. Whoo boy. Good job, everyone. Can I just say, good job, everyone. Every DM, every player who had a D&D Beyond account. Well done. I mean, I couldn't delete my account. I have multiple campaigns on there. And so much purchased source books and everything that I couldn't do it. wouldn't be able to. So it's from me to all you out there who took the step in protest to go so far as to delete your account. Kudos to you and well done. And I was with you in spirit, and in a sense, I'm backing away from Wizards of the Coast in my own way, insofar as Magic the Gathering, longtime fan thereof, in recent years, been slipping with their QC and their R&D. Yeah, I'm gonna be pulling away from you know, Magic the Gathering purchases in the future. I think I'm probably still gonna play Arena, but Arena's free, right? I don't have to buy anything. If I really want to play Magic, I can play Arena for free. So that's where I am. I think the straw was the OGL, but and I mean that doesn't have much to do with Magic the Gathering, except for the fact that it's under the same company. It's the same, you know. So there's that, and it's just their QC is just, it's just, there's the whole thing with the Unfinity, you know, commander legality stuff. It's like, oh yeah, the stuff with the acorns are legal in Commander. Okay, well, you've printed some of these cards with the acorn icon and some of them without the acorn icon. So which one's which? There's that. And then the one that I don't think people talk about enough, the last Karn Planeswalker that they printed, the one from Dominaria United, they neglected to print an emblem for him. I mean, it's the worst Karn. First of all, they nerfed him. You can tell they nerfed him because there's no emblem. I think that his minus ability, his big ability, was better and did not have an emblem until the last minute. And they were like, okay, they made a bunch of changes, like the Power Stone, it comes in tapped, which is nerfed. And they probably likely changed his big minus ability to have an emblem, which before it probably didn't. Which I'd be very interested to see what it was pre-nerf. But they did that, changed it to an emblem ability, but they forgot to create an emblem for him. So it's just a bunch of little things like that in that vein that I'm just kind of like, you know what, this isn't going well. And then all like the Universes Beyond stuff, it's just getting to the point where it's just like, all right. they're hungry hippoing, and it's just like, all right, I'm not gonna be another marble. You can't have any more of my marbles. I'm out. Yeah. So I mean, it's fine. I mean, I'm still gonna play Commander. I like Commander. I mean, in-person Commander, and I guess, you know, I have the tools that I can do. I can do online Commander. There are, you know, I have cameras that I can point down to my play space and you know, stream that and play Commander. Not that I'm going to stream any of that here. I'm not going to. This is not a Magic the Gathering channel. I mean, we do a bunch of different weird stuff, but primarily we do TaleSpire on Saturdays. That's sort of our wheelhouse. So we're gonna stay in there. But yeah, that's sort of where I am with Wizards and D&D and Magic the Gathering. So D&D, I mean, I'm still in it. I make stuff. I play. I run games. I unfortunately don't play many games of D&D, but I run many games of D&D. So yeah, I see it from that side of it. So yeah, that's where I am with that. Torture chamber. There are various implements of torture here, both large and small. A rack, Iron Maiden, tongs, pincers, whips, chains, whistles, yo-yos, a Flemish peasant woman, a little person in a football helmet. What was the other thing? I don't remember. I'm quoting Black Sheep. The not so well received David Spade, Chris Farley vehicle. Not as well received as Tommy Boy. Tommy Boy is great. Black Sheep, And even watching it, I watched it like a couple weeks ago, and I was just kind of like, yeah, this isn't so great. It's okay, but nah. There's one scene that my brother cracks up on every time, and it's when they're in the woods, they're at the cabin, and they just go to the well, and they pull the bucket up, and they're just a bunch of snakes, and he just screams, "Snakes! Snakes! Run!" And that's it. And my brother, he cracked up every goddamn time. I remember him rewinding and watching it again over and over. It was like, okay, it's funny, but it's not really that funny. I digress. Whips, chains, whistles. Yes, that's where we were. Comfortable chairs are scattered along the walls, evidently so placed to allow visitors an enjoyable view of the proceedings. The torturer lives in the forepart of the place, and he will attack unauthorized persons who enter. Okay, there's his stats. His weapon is a huge axe. Okay, cool. Hidden in his mattress are 135 gold pieces and a bracelet worth 700 gold pieces. All right. So in the forepart, I'm assuming that means like this area. So there's probably like a cot, a small table, some sort of lighting, and then enough space for people to kind of, you know, walk through to this area. So let's get a cot, furniture, and get a cot. Boom. Throw it down right there. Some sort of ramshackle desk or table. I guess this is good. Yeah, I mean, it really doesn't have to be anything great. Just, yeah. And, I guess we'll also do, like, a stool or a bench? Just kind of tucked under there. Okay. Comfortable chairs. So we'll do these chairs. So boop, and I guess we'll put them at the intersections, kind of spaced out that way. Oh, right. Oh, there's not one. Okay, I see what I did. I kind of trying to get caught up with Critical Role. I probably mentioned this. I don't know if I mentioned this last time. But we recently took a trip to, my wife and I recently took a trip to Florida. We drove. So it was a two days in the car. We spent the night in Nashville, on the way there and on the way back. So it's a lot of time to, you know, dead air. So I had to fill it with something. So I got caught up with season 3, or started to get caught up with the third campaign of Critical Role. And it's great. I like this new campaign. I don't know why I bounced off the second campaign so much. I think it just got it didn't seem to know where it was going at a certain point. I think the whole thing was the thing with the pirate ship. I don't think that was, and of course this it shouldn't be, but it wasn't planned. But I don't think it was. I think of the fact that it wasn't planned and it felt like such a tangential jump from where it was going. Like it was going, like the whole campaign seemed to be going one way, and then all of a sudden they had a pirate ship. And this was very early in the campaign. And I was just like, okay. And I was on board with that for a bit, and then I don't know. I think it was like the sailing stuff was just kind of like, all right, they're sailing, and I don't know why. I don't know why that kind of turned me off to the whole thing. And I guess I'll probably revisit it at some time and try and get caught up from where I left off. So yeah, I don't know. But yes, I'm watching campaign 3. I'm in the process of getting caught up. I'm on episode 14-ish or 15. So yeah, I got some work to do. They're on like episode 50 at this point. So I gotta get my butt in motion. So yeah. I do like the new all the new characters. I like them all. They're great. I was a little weirded out by Chetney at first, Travis's second character. No spoilers. But he grew on me. He really grew on me. All right, so we're gonna make these cushy seats. Boop. 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 Yeah, the whole time, and the whole time we were in, speaking of our trip to Florida, the whole time we were in Florida, it was 60 degrees, which Floridians hate, apparently. Because coming from Chicago, 60 degrees is pleasant. It is pleasant weather. You're not freezing your butt off. It's not too hot. It's right in the middle. It's right where you want to be. Part of the reason I like Seattle so much is because that's where it usually is. It's usually like right around 60 degrees consistently. And everyone, the Floridians are all like, "Oh, it's so cold." I'm like, this is. Meanwhile, I'm in shorts. I'm just like, this is great. This is perfect. And no, we didn't do anything really while we were in Florida. I had to work the whole time, so I basically hung out in the Starbucks for the week, which was fine. I mean, it's a change of scenery, you know. It was a fun trip. Got to see family. So yeah. Do we? Let me go look in Grimm. Did they add an Iron Maiden? I think the closest that we have is this thing, which is close enough, I think. So it said they have a rack and other large and small torture. So we'll put the rack here, I guess, like this. Maybe more central. And what else? We can't fit too much else in here. Maybe one of... They said an Iron Maiden, so we'll put one of those... Maybe over here? Here's where it gets tricky. It's like, what's the feng shui on a torture chamber? Alright, we'll put that here. Okay, so that's an Iron Maiden, more or less. And another small thing. We can either do this thing, which is terrifying, but it takes up very little space. Or just a pillory, which isn't really torture so much as just a different form of punishment. You know what? We'll do the pillory. There we go. All right. Aside from that, I'm gonna go ahead and put a skull on this guy's table. Because why not? I'll go ahead and put... Oh, that's not a... Oh, you know what? Lights. I think there was this thing that we used in the other area. I think, well, yeah, we'll just use one of these here. Just to kind of tie them together. Tie the areas together. Let's put this guy right there. And... how about another one in this wall? Right about there. And another one in this wall. Right about here. Okay. I think that works. Let's do some papers on the desk, because why not? Let's also put a bunch of food on the desk. I imagine he just has a bunch of food. Where he would get it, I don't know. There's no kitchen in this temple. But, we'll see. So, yeah, we want one of these. Probably one of these. Oh, actually, sorry. One of these. That's even better. There we go. And let's see, miscellaneous interior. One of these torture implements. It looks like just your. Oh wait, don't they have torture implements in here? No, not really. Oh, but we've got. Oh yeah. We can do chains on the wall. You know what? We can do this. There we go. And maybe we should leave one wall free of chairs. Yeah, you know what? We'll get rid of the chairs here and just put chains. Yeah, we'll get rid of that one. And just put chains along that wall. I think that works better. What do we want? Which one do we? I guess we'll just keep. Well, let me see how well. Yeah, it's a problem with these walls and that. You can only really use the single chain thing. What is this one? Oh, that's the one I used. Let's ooh. And one more right there. There we go. Move that up a little bit. Whoa, not that. Move that up a little bit. And move this up a little bit. Okay, cool. There we go. Now we have chains for other prisoners. Cool. Okie dokie. Maybe we move them closer together. The way this wall is, it's so wonky. There we go. And right there. There we go. Okay, cool. I'm happy with that. Yeah, torture chamber. You know what? Now we have room. We can go ahead and put this creepy thing in here. I don't even want to know. I don't want to know. Let me see. Let's just go straight down. I think it does. Where? Yeah. Alright, so that's level with the ceiling, and I guess we're just gonna do one there. Make sure it's not touching. Oh, I guess that's enough. Just the one to be disturbing. Actually, is that a skull? I guess it is. Well, I guess we'll put this at the end of it. And just for added creepiness, we're gonna put this coming down. Oh, glitching out. Coming down at an angle from where that is in the ceiling of the cavern. Like it's a oh, I guess we can just stick it to the wall over here. Like it's a pull chain. Ugh. So you can lower someone down onto the horrible thing. So I guess it needs to stick on the wall. Yeah. We need to rotate this in a way. that it hits the wall and chain. Is that a good angle? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess that works. And we can actually put this over here, maybe. Sure. I guess that works. All right. Cool. All right. So this is the torture chamber. Comfortable chairs scattered along walls, evidently placed yada yada. Are we getting any? Okay, cool. So we didn't get any sun on our camera. The window over here, at a certain point in the day, the sun like peeks through the crack and just kind of between the curtain and the window. Didn't do it this time. 62, that was a torture chamber. 62 is, over there. Let me scooch this around, shuffle around my papers. Excuse me. And we'll close that. All right, so, aha, the crypt is right here. And that contains... The door to this room is bolted shut. Oh, there's a door. Okay, well, good to know. The door to this room is bolted shut. This long hall is of roughly hewn stone with a low ceiling. In it are many coffins and large sarcophagi with the remains of servants of the Temple of Chaos. The sixth tomb opened will contain a white. Ugh. There is no treasure buried with any of the remains, but there is a secret compartment in the White's tomb. This contains a +1 flaming sword. Ooh, nice. Always good. A scroll of protection from undead, a helm of evil, and a silver dagger worth 800 gold pieces because of the gems set into its pommel. Okay, cool. And that has a little asterisk on it. I don't see where that asterisk leads to, but whatever. I'm sure it's fine. All right, so there's a door here. The first thing I got to do is incorporate a door, because right now it's just at the bottom of some steps. How do I put a door in here? Oh, is it at the top? It's at the top. That's what it means. And there is no door. Oh, is it a secret door? Hold on, did I read that? Bolted shut. We just put a wall over it, like it didn't exist. Okay, well. Oops. Yeah, that's supposed to be a stairs. Why did we do that? Is there a hide volume there? Was that supposed to be a secret door? Edit hide volumes. No, there's no hide volume. Wow, we just walled it over. Okay. Oops. Mea culpa. Let's see. Doors. There they are. All right, so doors are here. Boom. And make sure they're opening the correct way. They probably aren't. Oh, they are. Look at that. We got it right. All right, cool. So there, doors bolted shut. Cool. Leads downstairs to the crypt. And there are 6, it says, or does it say a number? Many coffins and large sarcophagi with the remains of servants of the Temple of Chaos. The 6th tomb opened will contain a white. That's where I got 6. All right. Okie dokie. Let's see. Whoops, build mode. Back into build mode. Oh, okay, that 1 hour sleep is catching up with me again. It's starting to catch up with me. It's fine. It's fine. We'll push through. We'll push through. We'll push through. So, on the subject of Dungeons and Dragons, where are the sarcophagi? Miscellaneous interior? No. On the subject of Dungeons and Dragons, okay, they might be in here. There are tombstones. So I have my home game, and I have a paid game that I run. The home game is once every 2 weeks. The paid game is every week. So I have every week I have a session for the paid game. Every 2 weeks I have a session for my home game. And my home game is a new campaign. We're just starting out a new. Where are the? Is it under furniture? No, I just looked in here, didn't I? I did. We're just starting a new campaign. So everyone's level 1. They just leveled up last session, so they're level 2. But the first combat that I ran, they were all level 1, and I'm running Rime of the Frost Maiden, and I started them in the Lonely Wood. And the first adventure you get in the Lonely Wood is it's in containers. Of course it is. The first adventure or task you get in the Lonely Wood is the white moose situation, where you have to track the white moose and stop it from killing townsfolk in Lonely Wood. So they managed to track it, and they follow it to the Elven Tomb. I mean, spoilers if you haven't if you haven't played this portion of Rime of the Frost Maiden and plan to, so spoilers. So they track it, they find it, and they end up starting to fight it, and it became very apparent to them that this moose sucked, and they are squishy. It dropped 3 of them. Nobody died. Nobody was in trouble of failing death saves or anything like that. But it knocked 3 of them out in the course of the combat. Of the 7 PCs and 1 NPC, 3 of them got knocked unconscious. And I even, because there's so many, I have 7 players and 1 NPC, and that combat was supposed to be literally just the moose. So I added a berserker too as part of it, and they did fine. There was some quick thinking on their part, and one of the newer players managed to neutralize the berserker in a very creative way. That was very cool, and they ended up finally subduing the moose. They didn't kill the moose. The moose is still alive. At this point, that is where we left it. The moose is still alive and tied up, which might change. It could change. And I thought these coffins. Oh, they do open. Aha! There we go. Yeah, I like it. So we can actually, hey, Andre plays games. I heard moose jerky is good this time of year. Yeah. And the reason it's still alive, it's an awakened white moose, so it talks. And one of my players is playing a druid, and they want to befriend the moose so badly. They want to befriend the moose, and it's just like this moose just wants blood. There's no befriending this moose. So yeah, so we'll see how that plays out. They have a tougher fight, like, immediately, and so I leveled them up. I was like, okay, you guys went through enough. I do milestones instead of XP, just because I don't like tracking XP. It takes away from it. It's just like, it's all math. As long as they get through, like early on, if they hit a big, like their first big fight, which this is, they get a level. Especially like around level 1. It's like, okay, first big fight. You guys, this was tough. You got it. You get a level. After that, the next 2 big fights, you get a level. Or 2 or 3. I think I would do 3. Like 3 milestones. 3 big fights. And you get another level. Then it's 4 big fights. You get another level. Then, it's kind of a sliding scale. I'll have to kind of play it by ear, but that's generally the way I do it. A good way of telling if you want something to be your friend is asking it 3 questions. How many humans have you game ended? Why? Would you game end me if you had the chance with insight? The moose would answer. He probably knows how many. He's killed probably 4 or 5 townsfolk from the Lonelywood, because they're humans in his woods. And he would yes, he would 100% game end. This moose has no subterfuge. He wants to kill them and is not shy about letting them know it. Yeah, it's kind of sad. There's no swaying this moose, and I think they might find it out eventually. I'm gonna put skeletons in these sarcophaguses. I believe you, bloodthirsty animal. Yes, as well they should. I mean, it's done its best to try and kill them. I would kind of just err on the side of caution. Awakened or not, this moose needs to go. See, this is what I love about this. You can actually put skeletons in these caskets. So much fun. All right, so this is a low. Would there be any lighting in here? Probably not. It's a crypt, so no, there are no lights in here. And how many do we have here? Ooh, actually, I'm just gonna put this. Whoa. Oh, right, build mode. There we go. I'm gonna push this one against the wall, and just so it lines up with these, and we'll go ahead and put this one here. Oh, you know what? Well, here, let's do this. Let's rotate this, and we'll put it. Whoops. We'll put it in line with the others that we have. Let me just move that over there. There we go. There we go. That's a little. Whoop, there. Okay. Favorite loot I ever got was a golden toe. Sadly, it was a key to open one of the lower rooms to defeat a horde of mummies. We collapsed the passage, so oh no! Forever lost the golden toe. I have a pretty neat loot item set up for my players in this actually right where they are right now. They just need to open one room when Daily Reunited. I had an epiphany on a really cool way to handle character death / dying. And it's definitely plot armor to an extent, but it does require them to use their resources wisely and plan and roleplay. That's the big one. It requires them to roleplay. That's what I really want. So, say one of my players, their character fails their final death save and they are considered dead, right? Then I have to do a cutscene. They come to, all they remember is that things go black, and then all of a sudden they're sitting at a campfire, and there's a lady sitting on the other side of the campfire from them. Imagine a mashup of Rihanna, Post Malone, and Lisa Bonet. There you go. So yeah, Rihanna, Post Malone, Lisa Bonet, the perfect merging of those three people, just sitting on the other side of the fire from them, and she basically, with face tattoos, that kind of thing, and not even just face tattoos, but like branding, like somebody branded something on her face and on her hands, some kind of like scarring, like ritualistic scarring, stuff like that, and well-traveled clothing, like she's got pants that look like she stepped right off a boat, but she's got a well-worn jacket with a bunch of like baubles and stuff on it, with one sleeve missing, and she's got a sleeve of tattoos on that arm, that kind of thing. And her hair is all dreaded and braided and it's shaved on one side, and it's got a bunch of like beads and shells in it. That's this person, and this is the god Birgi, which I pulled straight from Magic the Gathering. And she is the god of storytelling and bards, and the hearth and campfires and fire to an extent, and cooking also to an extent. So nice. I'm not familiar with Post Malone's catalog, but that's good. But yeah, she's the god of storytelling and bards and stuff like that. So she'll basically be like, well, that's a rough break. Do you feel like your story's complete, or you're happy with that ending? That kind of thing. And so she has the PC has to interact with this representation of a god, and during this interaction they notice that there are two other people sitting at this campfire in their periphery. One of them is a very pale woman with dark hair who looks very morose and is just kind of half paying attention to the conversation that's happening between these two people. And this is the Matron of Ravens. On the other side is this super cheerful, caramel-skinned, kind of short, kind of plump lady with very curly hair that goes from auburn to golden, who is enraptured with this conversation between Birgi and the PC, and just kind of has this warm smile that's infectious. This is Tamora. So you have the god of death and fate, the Raven Queen. You have the god of luck, Tamora, and you have the god of storytelling. So these three gods are literally the fates. So you have to, when you die, you meet the fates and you talk to them. And as the PCs resolve their combat, every turn when we come back to them, give Ben 10 and Alien X vibes. Yeah, when we come back to this person, the PCs who's dead, their turn, it's just like, oh, you're dead, we can ignore you. No, now it's a thing. Now it's a thing. Now you get to roleplay with three gods until your party can hopefully get you back up and running. And the way, coming to a choice. It's like, are you happy with your story? And the Raven Queen will be like, yeah, you think you had a good run? You can call it quits. Or Tamora will be like, no, this isn't it. I believe in you. You can do better. That kind of thing. And Birgi's just like, make a choice. I've watched Naruto. I think I watched the first season of Naruto, and that's as far as I got. It was okay. It was fine. Second season, I was kind of like, okay. I was like, okay. It just felt like more of the same. I don't know. I'm hard to please with anime. I'm very hard to please with anime. But yeah. So, and the way I'm gonna introduce this is a magic item that they're gonna find in the tomb that they're in currently. And Shippuden, when he was fighting an OP character and died, he was at a campfire with his dad and kind of saying, oh, neat, cool. This just proves the point that everybody pulls ideas from the same big ocean. We're all fishing in the same ocean. His dad asked him, have you accomplished your goals? You become a captain of a team, you reminded yourself, etc. Wow, yeah. That's super similar. I have not gotten that far. in Naruto. I only watched the first season. Wow. Yeah, that just reinforces David Lynch's whole thing. Yeah, David Lynch has the whole thing. We're all fishing in the same sea for ideas, and sometimes people get the same idea, and it works in different ways for them. But yeah, in the way I'm going to incorporate it is they're going to find an item that's called called Paragon, and it's a marble, rose quartz, and obsidian apple. It looks like it's an apple carved of these 3 stones that are just merged together in a way that shouldn't be. And it allows whoever carries it, doesn't require attunement. I'm being very nice about this item. It does not require attunement. And while you carry it, you are immune to being poisoned. You're not immune to poison damage, but you can't become poisoned and suffer the effects of poison. You make a great pie, yeah, sure. It would make a great driveway. Yeah, so you get that, and then it has 3 charges, and it has 3 different spells you can cast with it. You can cast, for 1 charge, Spare the Dying, except it has a range of 30 feet, and you can cast it as a bonus action. For 2 charges, you can cast Fortune's Favor, and I think I put a range on that one too. Oh, it's an action instead of a minute casting, which is big, because Fortune's Favor is like super advantage, and to have it as an action is huge. So I'm just gonna put that out there. And then for 3 charges, you can cast Revivify. So as long as your ally has only been dead for a minute, you can bring them back, and hopefully they'll have those 3 charges so that they can do that. So yeah, that's my idea for death. I mean, for the home campaign, for where they are right now, I'm going to be implementing it, and this is my homebrew setting too, which is, explains Bergie and Raven Queen, all that fun stuff. If it was just Forgotten Realms, the only one that's in Forgotten Realms was Tamora. So yeah, I'm running Rime of the Ice Maiden in my home setting, which has different namings, different location, all that fun stuff. But yeah, that was my big idea for handling character death. And I think with my other group, who is in the same campaign setting, my homebrew campaign setting, I might implement this, because they have, but I think moving forward, maybe I'll even give them the same item, just to see how it works, just to see, because I want to see, because they're higher level, they're like 13th or 14th level, 13th level. I want to see how it'll impact them at that level versus how it impacts a low level group. I imagine in the low level group it'll come up much more often. And they'll have to really, really, really stretch their resources with it. Whereas the 13th level, they'll have access to Revivify through other means usually. Or most of the time, I should say. But yeah, those were just my ideas on that. Which I'm gonna have some fun with. I should probably just open these, right? So I can see how I'm playing. Yeah, that skeleton. You can't even see the skeleton. Okay, hold on. Let me go back into build mode and undo that skeleton placement. I'm gonna have to open all these. Hold on. Skeleton melted, yeah. He just shifted through the Oh. Okay, so yeah, we're just gonna open all these and then place our skeletons. Oh, cobwebs. We can 100% put cobwebs in here. That is a definite. Okay, back into build mode. Let's put him down in the chest and copy this guy and put him in this sarcophagus. And then copy this. Whoa, not that. This dude. Nope. There we go. I guess we'll just stagger them and do one there and one there. Yeah, it's easier if I just do them all at once, huh? Instead of switching back and forth. Yeah, that would definitely help. And yeah, I guess we'll just do the others as the other one. And burp. And whoa. But yeah, I'm really, and it sounds bad. I'm really looking forward in my home campaign for a character to die after they find the apple. Because it's like, ooh, yes, we get to do this. Schrodinger's pocket sand. All right, cool. There we go. Cobwebs. Let's see here. So that here, and we have a bigger one. You know what? We'll use the bigger one because that makes more sense. Well, I guess we can make it drape onto the casket. Yeah, that makes sense. There we go. And then we can put the smaller one sort of like here. And then this big corner one we can put over here. And likewise put this on the casket, sarcophagus, whatever. Is that? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, okay. And we can even... Oh, yeah, look at that. Perfectly covers the top of the casket. Whoop, let me scooch it up slightly. Nope, that is not the right... There we go. There. Aha. All right. It's fine. I guess we'll do this guy kind of here, and one by the entryway. And we'll make this by the entryway. There we go. And actually we can kind of build off that one. Yeah. Cool. Just use that one. Guess we can put some across the floor too. Well, I don't know. Yeah, part of the problem with stuff like this in these walls is that the gaps are kind of I'm not a big fan of the gaps, but you know what? Doesn't matter. Whoops. That is not what I wanted to do. That is what I wanted to do. But you know what? Now that I've done it, I want to undo it. Perfect. All right. So let's rotate this guy. Yeah. Cobweb-covered caskets. Come on down to cobweb-covered caskets. We got the caskets for you and the kids. Or what is it? We got balloons and hot dogs for the kids. Maybe just put it like there. And I kind of want to make the entryway more cobwebby. So let's put another one of these here-ish. And another one of these. Oop, like that. Sure, I guess that's fine. We'll put another one of these here, and then I guess another corner cobweb bonanza. And you know what? We can kind of put this one on the corner behind. I'll layer it. Boom. Aha. And over top of the casket. Cool. Uti! Welcome. Welcome to the TaleSpire fun. We are just doing some set dressing in the Caves of Chaos. Yeah. Operating on 1 hour sleep. This guy. It has been a while. I've been pretty good. Yeah, I haven't streamed. There was a period where I didn't stream for a while because my computer died. And I couldn't figure out what the issue was. And that was like a good 2 to 3 months, I think, of trying to figure it out and going back and forth, troubleshooting. Turns out it was the power supply. It was the initial thought, and then it turned out that we changed our minds, and that wasn't what it was. And then we came back around through the process of elimination to, oh yes, it was that the whole time. So that was fun. Hey, Mega Tokyo Fan 66. Come to lurk. Well, welcome. We're TaleSpiring it up, doing cobwebs and such. That is our current state. And once again, also operating on 1 hour sleep. So I'm okay over here. If I could turn myself into the gif of Rambo like that'd be. Also lurking on Dyrus' stream, doing dark and darker troll runs. Nice. Okay. This is very cobwebby, but not quite cobwebby enough. We need more cobwebs. Actually soloed the troll as a rogue with starting gear. Nice. Rogue cheese is insane. Let's see. Okay. And cover the casket with cobwebs. I think that works. I don't really need to. Well, I do. I do need to scooch it down just slightly. There we go. All right. We have a bunch more caskets here. They all need cobwebs. I would say we maybe leave 1 or 2 without cobwebs on them. Don't know dark or darker yet, I'm guessing. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that, unfortunately. Sounds fun. Let's see. Oh, okay. D&D Tarkov. Okay. Choose a class, go into a dungeon, and extract loot. Oh, nice. So it's a... Oh, okay. So rogue, you're saying the rogue build is broken. As it usually is. Sounds like D&D. guess we'll just to save time. The rogue build is okay, but there's a strat for them to kill. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. I get it. Okay. Troll as in literal troll, not a person on the internet who likes to trigger people. A literal troll. Was crouching in front of them and juking blows and stabbing their kneecaps with poison. Jeez. Wow. That's a rogue. Yeah, my first thought is rogue and troll. I was like, okay, they're playing a roguelike and they're trolling people. I kind of understand that. I understand that much. But no, you're being very literal. A literal rogue and a literal troll. There are those, yeah. Well, speaking of rogues, I played some Blades in the Dark this morning. Part of the reason I'm so sleepy. Our good friend Mr. Z Bashu was nice enough to run some, which he's running. This is a standing Saturday Blades in the Dark game. Mr. Z Bashu ran, and we had I don't want to dox any players. I'm gonna throw it out there. We have it was 4 players including me. It was fun. I'm not gonna throw out any names or anything, because I like this. It's a nice casual game. But yeah. It's fun. I even went so far, and I showed this earlier, I went so far recently to get the actual, it's backwards of course, but because of my camera, but the actual source book for Blades, and yeah, so it's good times. New TTROG game right now. Yeah. Yeah, Blazing. This is my first experience with a game like that. It's a lot of fun once you get exactly how it functions. It's a lot of fun. You can definitely do some interesting things. You can also depending, because today for example, we kind of steamrolled over everything Z was planning because the dice were so in our favor, which is it's hardly ever the case. But like, we had all these like mission setups where you have to be very careful on how you choose your entry point into this caper and everything. So you have to roll the die, 2 dice. I think it's 2 dice depending on your position, against your position as your gang's rank versus the rank of the thing you're trying to accomplish. So if you're kind of off, if it's more difficult than what you're supposed to do, then you can only roll 1 dice. But if you're on the same footing, you can roll 2. I think that's how it works. But especially the second caper that we did, we had to roll for approach, which is you just roll a d6 to see how well it starts out, right? And so one of the other players rolls for approach, rolls 2 dice, gets double 6s, which is basically a critical. So he was just like, all right, you guys are in. You're in. You're in the place, and you managed to get to the point, and you get most of what you needed to get done. Great, good for you. And then oh god, what was the other roll? It was we got in, but there was a wrinkle, and we basically had to swap a painting out in this gang boss's office, this crime boss's office, and we basically posed as exterminators. So we cleared everybody out, wheeled in a bunch of equipment, which included the fake painting that we were going to swap in, and we basically, that with the crit, we got in and we swapped the painting. But the wrinkle that Z threw at us, there's a safe behind the existing painting. There's a safe behind it, and one of our players, who was the bait? No bait. It was just the bait was we actually infested them with ghosts. That's part of the whole Blades in the Dark thing. There are ghosts, and they are an issue. It's literally just a switch. It was just a switch. I guess the bait was ghosts, because we baited everyone out of the building. We're like, oh, you guys got ghosts, we got to take care of it. And we basically got everyone out and switched the paintings, but in the process discovered the safe. So one of our other players is apparently he's a tinkerer, so he is very good at working on and safe cracking. So he was like, oh, I'm just gonna do that, and Z was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. It was just one of those DM moments. Z was just like, yeah, okay. It's like, okay, roll for your safe cracking, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna help. And he rolled I think 46, and you just have to get a good, like a 5 or a 6 is okay, 3 and 4 is bad, 1 and 2 is very bad. And if you roll 2 6s in your pool of dice, then it's a crit. And he rolled 4 dice, getting, again, 2 6s among them, got another crit, got it open, and we basically took everything from the grindhouse. Oh, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, that's it. It's a very quick succession. I'll say there's a good amount of tragic for them. There's a good amount of role playing if you role play. But you don't. It's one of those games where you don't have to. It's literally you're depending on how you want it run, and I guess your GM can get with you before it starts. It seems like it's very procedural in a sense, but it does leave room for role playing. But it actually doesn't need it and can function without it. But I'm a huge proponent of role play. I love role playing. Actually, talking to the NPCs in character, that kind of thing. Which again you don't need to do, but you can do in Blades in the Dark. But yeah, I like it. It's a solid system. I like it a lot, and the more I understand it, the more I like it. I think that's the crypt, guys. I think we're good. Is there anything else we want to add? We could do a stack of coffins. How creepy is that? Let's do a stack of coffins. It's in containers. Yeah, just a stack of these wooden coffins. Yeah, I think right here seems pretty good. And if we stack them off kilter, it's even more. Like, are there bodies in these coffins? Maybe. Spiderweb from floor to roof, blocking one of the side sarcophagus. Oh yeah, sure, we can do that. Absolutely. We'll say this corner over here, since it's already so full. We'll just make more. Yep, and yep, and yep, and. Oh, one thing I forgot. We're putting minis down too as we're doing this, or trying to remember to put down minis. The torturer, he's the guy in the torture chamber, the guy who runs the torture chamber, I guess. We forgot to put him down here because he's down here. He lives right here. So let's see what we got in the way of tokens. I'm assuming it's human. I mean, we could do hobgoblin. Do they have a like a No, I guess they don't. Execution. I guess I'm looking for an executioner token, and I don't think they have that. Do they have like a half orc? I could have sworn there was like a half orc. Maybe not. Now we're gonna put bait in that spider. That's burnable. Yes, exactly. Humanoid. What do we got? No, nothing that really speaks to. Oh, the jester. That's a comforting. Let's turn that off. I got a better wizard skeleton corpse. Ah. Let's see. Dwarf? Is there a? Nah, well, I mean, well, he's no. No, we don't. It does not yet have a wizard skeleton corpse, unfortunately. It doesn't have any standing skeletons. Oh yeah, no, none of that yet. I mean, we could make one in Hero Forge and import it, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna spend $5 on that. Let's see. I guess, yeah, let's stick with human and see what the best one that we can get here as far as... Oh, this dude. This dude has big torture feel, even though he's not really... Yeah, he's like a blacksmith, but he's got a hammer. He looks very like, I'm gonna break your bones. He's got a bunch of tools on his belt that could easily be for torture. Yeah, this dude works. As innocuous as he may seem, he's whoa, I think he works. All right, cool. Torture chamber complete. Cha-ching. Crypt complete. Cha-ching. And this room. What is this room? Which we have yet to do. We have a bunch of rooms that we have yet to do. Time to find the bait. The bait. I don't think they really need bait. The bait, I think, are the sarcophagi. They're gonna be like, ooh, treasure. But the sixth one that they open, there's a white in there, and it's gonna attack them, and things get bad. Is that 63? That is 63. There should be a secret door on 63. Yep. Secret door. So this is a storage chamber, apparently. There are many piles of boxes, crates, barrels, sacks, and so forth here. The supplies of the temple are kept here. There's nothing of value, and if the party stays within the place for longer than 3 rounds, a gelatinous cube will move down the corridor and into the place and block it. Cool. Love me a good gelatinous cube. Oh yes, it is the Caves of Chaos. The original, what is it? B2, Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. Or I guess just Dungeons and Dragons, not even Advanced. Yeah. Published in 1981. 1980. Sorry, 1980. So yeah, we are following a somewhat strict formula of what is what. All right. As we've already done the other part of this, which is the Keep on the Borderlands. That is complete. That is up on Tales Tavern. So if you want Keep on the Borderlands for your TaleSpire, just search me up, Vaporlock81, on on Tales Tavern, and you can download the slab and open it up in your TaleSpire. It's complete with dungeon and a sewer system. Oh yeah, I mean, for those of you out there watching who do, just yeah, it's free. Just go. You can head over to Tales Tavern, search me up, or just search up Keep on the Borderlands, and I'm probably in that result list. my version. We got pretty detailed. I put furnishings in every house and plants and tokens, which should hold up. I don't think there's nothing custom in there, so everything As long as you have TaleSpire up to date, everything will show up. And it was a while ago, so there's probably some better solutions for some of the some of the stuff in there that you can swap out. It's a little project too. You can it's a ready-made project. You update it. So let me see. So the gelatinous cube moves in. Plus deadens touched flesh so as to make it unresponsive for 2d12 rounds. Inside the creature are a d12 each, copper, silver, electrum, and gold. Ooh, electrum. Oh, electrum, gold, and platinum. Ooh. Electrum, monster money. You don't see that often. As well as several bones, evidently parts of victims not yet wholly digested. One of the bones is actually a wand of fireballs with 9 charges. Nice. If it is not gotten out of the monster within 1 turn, it will be turned into ruined by digestive juices. The secret door in the room leads to the Knoll Chieftain's cave. Ooh, okay. Yeah, 1 rich ooze. Yeah. I mean, that's why I liked the idea of gelatinous cube, which, by the way, I have my Funko Pop gelatinous cube, which is being ruined by my chroma key, but I love gelatinous cubes, as evidenced by this little thing. They're great for dungeons, because I mean, if it's a dungeon created by a wizard or even just a monstrous creature that has access to a gelatinous cube, it's literally a dungeon cleaner. It'll just scoot around your dungeon cleaning stuff. I ran one dungeon where it was mostly oozes and it was spotless because the oozes literally clean the whole thing just moving through it. The gelatinous cubes are in the ochre jellies, and I think I had a gray ooze in there too, which those are tough. Scheduled dungeon cleaners, yeah, exactly, like a Roomba for your dungeon. They literally just move around it. So the gelatinous cube is like the perfect. It's full of it's like a piñata of all this stuff that is just picked up from the dungeon, and players that's the bait. That's the bait. It's like all this stuff in there, especially like a magic item. I would argue that the wand would not get digested because it's magic. It would at least get a save. Like, it would get an initial save, right? And just roll a d10. If you get a 10 or better, it's fine. It's gonna stay in there. The juices won't affect it. That would be my ruling as a GM. But yeah, just like anything in the gelatinous cube that isn't being affected by the juices, you can automatically assume it's a magic item. It's like, ooh, swords and stuff. Oh, armor. The person in the armor isn't doing so great, but the armor's fine. The armor itself is fine. So yeah, that would be my ruling on a gelatinous cube situation. Okay, so let's go back into build mode. This place is just full of boxes. Depends on what time it was. Yeah, on the time it was in there. Containers. Okay, so this is the easy part of this, because we can just put boxes of varying angles and types and heights. Just make sure it's not taller than the ceiling. Okay, we're good. And yeah, that's basically it. This room is pretty much makes itself. It can be as organized or unorganized as you want. And this one I'm gonna make somewhat unorganized, just because of the nature of the caves being of chaos. Favorite GM. My favorite GM's favorite dungeon was basically old school D&D dungeon based on Dungeon Meshi. So basically a dungeon whose environment gets everything for survival of the fittest. Nice. Had rust monsters, oozes, ODUGs, kobolds, other stuff. Nice. Yeah, I mean that is actually the only manga that I read is Dungeon Meshi. As I mentioned earlier. But it's regarding to anime. I'm hard to please with manga. I'm even harder to please with manga. I mean, I watch a decent amount of anime, but I only read one manga. So a manga's really got to impress me to get my attention, or appeal to me / impress me. One open box that has that has a vase in it. Ah, let me see. No, we won't put that in there. 300 met. Ooh, dang. Nice. Do you have a favorite? Barrels. Lots of isekais and garbage. Nice. What else do we want to put in here? Some random baskets. Why not? Ooh, these big long chests for random stuff. There's so many good ones. I hear a lot of people are really into yeah, browse, let's get back to me. Yeah, sure. I mean, I always hear a lot of people talk about One Piece and how they like the manga, or Dragon Ball. That's another big one that everyone talks about, how they yeah, I just have all the Dragon Ball manga. Like, all right, that's too much for me. It's nice for pirates. Dragon Ball's a classic. Yeah. And I imagine it moves at pace better than the animated the anime, because the anime for me is just like, oh my god, just get to the fight. Stop talking, get to the fight. Oh, Berserk, yeah, that's another one I hear about. Always be my old favorite. Nice. Hey there, a cauldron. There's a cauldron in that crate. Perfect. Done. Scooch it. Scooch. Boom. Oh, we missed our break. That's fine. We're just gonna keep going. Usually I do a break on every hour, but we'll just keep going I guess another. Oh, it's actually a few more minutes till we're out. But Tales of Demons and Gods is a good one. Oh, very Chinese. Oh, nice. Oh, Death Note. That's the other one I hear. I hear Death Note's good. Yeah, this room is pretty boring. Apologies. Death Note is your favorite. Yeah, I hear that. That's almost unanimous. And while I have never read or seen Death Note, I own a T-shirt that is Death Note. I was like, I need a T-shirt, and I was in the store. I was like, sure, this one. It was one of those situations. What am I looking at? Furniture? Is it furniture? Yes, that's what I'm looking for. Rugs. Rolls of rugs. Scooch that into the corner like so. Perfect. There. I'm gonna try to find a manga you might like as D&D guy. Favorite manga currently Made in Abyss. Oh, okay. I mean, Dungeon Meshi is just like tailored. It feels like it's tailor-made for me. It's like the perfect manga for me. How about just a couple chairs, just kind of thrown in here, and a stool, just kind of sitting on top of them. There we go. Ah, Saihate no Paladin. Okay. I will make note of that. Where's my pencil? There it is. Oh. Aha. Ha ha ha. So I had no Paladin manga. So I know what it is. When I read it later, I'm like, what is Saihate no Paladin? It's about a baby who gets picked up by 3 undead of higher caliber who raise him. Oh, neat. Oh, there would totally be one of these in here, just with random stuff on Okie doke. Yeah, that sounds interesting. I'll have to check that out. How about just a random table? Just kind of shoved in the corner. A lot of good plot, very D&D. The world's screwed up. Nice. Pretty far in. Oh, cool. I'll have to check it out. Yeah, I'm pretty caught up with Dungeon Meshi, I think. But yeah, I'm always on the lookout for one that might catch my fancy, one manga that might catch my fancy. So there's that. Well, I think whatever we do is gonna be not moot, but quick, because our stream is closing here in a few moments. Because I think we're gonna do 2.5 hours today, since I am probably gonna jump off here and immediately go take a nap. As I again am working on 1 hour sleep. Oh, here we go. Perfect. Put this sitting on there. Maybe another one, just kind of at an angle. Right there. Okay. I guess we go back to containers. There's only so many containers we can put in here. Well, that and that. Some of these boxes. I guess we can put something up against the secret door, so as to maintain its secrecy. Oh, perfect. How about a stack of coffins? I know we had one earlier, but if we do another one, I think we'll be fine. Let's see. There. Okay, there we go. I'm going to turn off clipping so that it actually stacks correctly, so I'm not guessing. All right, cool. And I think we're gonna go ahead. Excuse me. Go ahead and fix the secret door thing real quick here. Did I not put a hide volume in there? Huh. Wait a minute. Where are my hide volumes? Are all of my hide volumes gone? Uh-oh. Hold on. Edit hide volumes. Huh. Well, I guess I'll look into that. Create a hide volume. Yeah, like that. And then down to there. Let's edit it. And whoops. It needs to... I need to grab the... Yep, almost. Oh, yeah, that one. And go down to there. Perfect. And we want it to toggle only tiles and props. There we go. And there we go. There's the hide volume for the secret door. Perfect. Done. Oh, no, we're good. We have other hide volumes. I was freaking out. I couldn't see them. But yeah, we got one there, we got one there, we got one there. Yeah, they're all over the place. They're just very well concealed, which is what you want. Maybe not if you're trying to find them, but I mean, that's the whole idea. Anyway, thanks everyone. Uti, Mega Tokyo Fan, Dingus Dong for stopping in after a long time. Andre Plays Games. Thanks so much. You guys, we will be back next week with more TaleSpire. Somewhere in the interim, I may do a random stream of more High on Life, because it was fun and funny. It's a funny game. It's fun and funny, so I recommend it. Mostly because of the music and because it's funny. I'm a big fan of tobacco, and check out which I didn't mention on the actual High on Live stream, but check out the album, the OST on Bandcamp. It's good. It's good. I mean, I hear people like they play track 1, like the intro music on loop, and it's just like it's such a like mellow, like chill groove. It's so good. But yeah, I've been a fan of his work since 2002. So 21 years I've been listening to tobacco in some form, either whether it be Blackmouth Super Rainbow, the first project of his that I was familiar with, or his actual semi-solo tobacco work. So I recommend it. Check it out. It's weird, but it's groovy. There you go. Aside from that, everyone take care and be nice to each other and stay safe. And we'll see you next week. Bye bye. Hey, what's up? If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button and also hit the bell if you want to know when I post some new stuff. You can see some of my other stuff right over there on the screen.